Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a first look at the world's smallest 2:1 macro lens for full frame. This right here is the Laowa 85mm 5.6. This lens comes in 4 different mounts. It comes in the Nikon Z, the Canon RF, the Sony FE mount, and the Leica M. Let's see how it performs. So let's take a first look at this lens. The box is really small, so I'm excited to see how big this lens is. Wow, it's boxed so nicely. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. Let's take it out. Here is the 85mm 5.6 for Sony E mount. First impressions, it's super tiny and light and it feels like it's made really well. The box looks really nice, it's well protected, has this little rainbow design inside. Let's check out the lens hood. So the lens hood is metal and just clips onto the front like that. So at the top, we've got the clicky aperture ring. We have the focus ring along the bottom, and it does have a filter thread of 46. Now we have it next to the Sony 90mm 2.8 and we can see it's super small and portable. This lens is at a 5.6 compared to the Sony with a 2.8, but it is really great for traveling and taking out on the field with you. Now let's chuck it on the A7C and see just how well it performs.
Most macro lenses today have at least 1:1 magnification, but this lens has 2:1. Having a 2:1 magnification is hugely beneficial for you if you're wanting to shoot tiny objects such as insects. It means that whatever you're shooting will be 2 times larger than its actual size on the sensor, allowing you to shoot much deeper into the subject and capture even more detail.
So now I've been shooting outside with this lens for a little bit and I really love how it's performing. Because it is so small, it's also really light and it makes it easy to get up close with a steady hand. One thing to note about this lens is that it is a manual focus only and it also isn't weather sealed, so just be careful when you're shooting outside in wet weather. Internally, this lens has 7 aperture blades as well as 13 elements in 9 groups. It has apochromatic APO design, which helps with reducing the chromatic aberration in both in-focus and out-of-focus area within the image. After using this lens outside, I found that it performed really well. I did notice that my hands were shaking a little bit, and this lens doesn't have inbuilt stabilization. So what I did to compensate that is bump up the shutter speed. Another thing you could do is you could use this lens with a tripod. Another thing I noticed while shooting with this lens is that it does have internal focusing, which is really great because it won't protrude and hit into any objects while you're focusing, and it also will prevent any dust getting into it. Overall, if you shoot macro photography, portrait photography, and even product photography, then the world's smallest macro lens for full frame could be for you. I think it performed really well today, and it's a great value for money lens. If you want more information about this lens, check out the link in our description below. If you haven't already, give this video a big like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.